Hi, it's Linda with CreativePLR.com, and I am obsessed with ChatGPT. Now, there are several versions, and there's a new version coming out that's even going to be greater. I don't know how it can be greater than this, but that right now you have a choice of 3.5, and if you pay, and it's not very much, it's I think it's $5 or $6 a month, you can get ChatGPT 4. And you get a little bit, you get some Dolly responses that you can do and additional different kinds of prompts. But what I was doing for a while, and I've used ChatGPT in my day job as a high school teacher. It writes my lesson plans for me. It writes quizzes for my students. It does all kinds of things. And I also use it for business. And at the beginning, somebody told me, well, if you would devise a paragraph, just write a little paragraph and talk about who you are, what you sell, and who your audience is, you could get a lot more specific answers when you ask questions. And so I did that for a while, and I was like, I wish there was some way to permanently tell it what I do. And so one day I was kind of bored, and I was sitting around, and I'm like, I wonder why it has my picture here. I'd like to change my picture. So I clicked on this, and I'll be darned, look, settings, custom instructions. And I clicked on it, and here are the custom instructions. What would you like ChatGPT to know about you to give better responses? It gave you some thoughtful starters, but look, I put in that little paragraph that I've been writing in every single one. I sell private label rights, planners, journals, and graphics to online business entrepreneurs and so forth, who my audience is. And I also did this. How would you like ChatGPT to respond? Okay, so chat can address me as Linda. I really like that. And here's some particulars. So what I did was I uploaded 3 pieces of writing that I had written to chat, and I asked it to analyze my tone, my writing style, some of the way of my first person perspective, and do a list for me of what stood out in those 3 pieces of writing. What were the main points? And it identified my style is my conversational style, informal tone. It says I have humorous elements. I have since tried to clarify that. I'm direct. I use anecdotes and engaging questions, and I like to use lists a lot. And so I put all of that in there to kind of make the responses I'm getting a little bit more detailed. And so let's try to write something now that may be of help. And so I'm going to open up a new chat, and I'm going to say, instead of writing all that detail about what I do and who my audience is, can you give me a list of problems my audience faces that I can solve? And, it addresses me as Linda. Okay, and so here it gave me specifically, knows who my audience is, and it knows exactly what their problems are. And I know for a fact, technology, time management, a limited budget, marketing know-how, product development, building an online presence, all of these are absolutely true. And so if you want to start getting more from ChatGPT, more specific information, and I could go back now and I could ask it for develop a course or a lead magnet for each of those problems. But if you want to get more specific from ChatGPT instead of those general responses, the way to do it is to really tell it who you are and what you want. And the way that you write and the way that you talk is going to be very important so that it can sound more like you and you have to do less rewriting. I hope this was helpful and you get started with chat right away.